Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube NFL segment, I'm going to be giving you a little recap of the Titans' 22-21 victory over the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC wildcard game for 2017-18 NFL season. And I mean, what a wild one, people. I was flabbergasted in a state of shock, as many of you may know. I picked the Titans to outright lose. I predicted the Kansas City would win this game. They were actually up, I think, 21-3 on the Titans, and it just looked like, I mean, for the Titans to come back, it would mean it was against such insurmountable odds, but they found some way to do it. Kelsey, one of the receivers on Kansas City, got injured. I mean, I don't want to see anybody injured, but that was obviously advantageous for the Tennessee Titans. And happened was the Tennessee Titans defense apparently clamped down on Kansas City in that second half. I think the departure and absence of Kelsey obviously figured prominently in the Titans' fortunes in this one. I mean, this is a classic game, people. These things like this rarely happen when you have a team on the road down by 18 points to come back and find a way to win it. The Titans obviously didn't get down on themselves, and it didn't matter what the other people thought, even me. I mean, even being a Tennessee Titans fan, I was obviously very skeptical after the Titans went down like 14-0. I mean, Kansas City had literally eviscerated the Titans' defense, and I think especially the secondary in that first half. I said, wow, this one's over practically before it's begun. But the Titans hung in there, and in the Titans, the second half, they got very bizarre touchdown. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Mariota threw a pass and it got deflected up, and he got it back. I mean, he took a fortuitous deflection, and then he caught it. He went in the end zone, got a touchdown. And for me, I mean, that almost epitomized the whole game. For the Tennessee Titans, they did get a little bit lucky, as I stated before, with Kelsey leaving the game. And a lot of people obviously did not think the Titans would win this game. Well, last I had looked at the line, Kansas City was favored by 8.5 to win this football game. But I mean, this was a game which took a lot of very bizarre twists and turns. There was what happened was Kansas City had punted the ball, and what happened was there was some offsetting penalties on the Titans and Kansas City. It looked like at first it was going to go against just the Titans and nothing against Kansas City. And then they re-kicked it, and then the Titans, one of the punt returners, muffed the punt. Kansas City recovered. I thought they were going to capitalize on it, and they weren't able to. There was a field goal that was missed by Kansas City, hit one of the uprights. Even ESPN.com initially, they had on their website, they had it wrong. They thought the field goal went in, and they had actually increased the score for Kansas City in that game for their points, but then they had reversed. They had actually taken it down on the ESPN.com NFL scoreboard, and I got a little bit of a kick out of that. And what happened was the Titans were dropping passes in the first half. They just looked like, almost like, I mean, I hate to say it, an inexperienced postseason NFL team. But whatever happened was, I mean, they were rejuvenated. They really they turned things around the second half. When they talked to Marcus Mariota after the game, one of the sideline reporters had inquired, well, what changed in the locker room during halftime? And Mariota replied, well, nothing. And I mean, maybe basically things really didn't change it much, except, they basically maybe maintained their mindset that they were going to somehow emerge victorious in that game, regardless of what other people had said, including myself. I call myself an NFL analyst. I mean, my name is YouTube NFL Analyst on my handle, and I do, as far as my videos goes, I consider myself a pro football analyst. That's what I'm doing. I'm giving you my predictions based on my analysis of these games. Kudos again to the Tennessee Titans. Derrick Henry, I mean, a beast in this game. He had over 150 yards rushing, including it was like a 22-yard run that at the end of the game that basically sealed the deal and left Kansas City with hardly any timeout. The Tennessee Titans just They did their, they kneeled down a few times or whatever it was, and they won the game. Really, this is the kind of game. I mean, you really want to see in the NFL. I've heard that there's some ratings that have been down. A lot of this over the controversy and debate over who should, about kneeling at the anthem or standing. And maybe this is the kind of game which could hopefully help resurrect and revive the ratings for the NFL. And I hope they do something about this anthem stuff going on, and they come to some kind of resolution as far as this goes. With the NFL is able to do something about this, and will maybe elevate the ratings. So anyway, people, well, that'll conclude this YouTube NFL segment for my game recap of the 2017-18 AFC wildcard matchup between the Tennessee Titans and Kansas City Chiefs. And until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.